All right, guys. So last minute tips for your exam tomorrow. In terms of QuickBooks, make sure that you can do any of the transactions in either the procurement cycle or the revenue cycle. If you go to the test drive for QuickBooks, you just Google QuickBooks test drive, you can click on that link and it's going to take you to that test drive. It will ask if you're a robot, etc. And then you can come into the actual CREX design and landscaping services. Oh, Lord. Okay. So I'm not a robot. Please believe me when I say I'm not a robot, right? Um, now that we're back here, it's very likely that I'll ask you to do a journal entry. And journal entries, once again, are done on the plus sign on the top. Remember that everything is organized based on agent, customer, vendors, employees, or other, including journal entry. So if you have to do a journal entry, let's say for a depreciation account, it would be here. These are your debits, your credits, and the accounts that you'll be using. Let's say that you are doing an expense. So let's just create a really quick depreciation expense. So depreciation expense would be another type of expense. Let's say that your depreciation was for $1,000, and your accumulated depreciation was attached to, let's say, this truck. So that would be the way you would do it, right? Simple, very simple to this date. Save and close. I may ask you to just save it and then show me the transaction journal already completed, which was done by clicking on that more menu, right? I saved it. Let me go back to the previous journal entry. I saved it and I went to the transaction journal to get to it. That's it. All right, to create an expense, let me close this. Expenses, new transaction, expense. Let's say you're paying for rent. So you go to category rent. Who are you paying? Most likely you would pay me, or maybe you would pay yourself. Let's just say that I'm paying Parra Mando. Then you might have to add me as a vendor. Let's say you have a check and you're gonna pay me $500 for rent. You would just say rent for this month. And how do you pay me? Well, you pay me with a check. You have a check number, then you would write it right there. Check number 12345. That's it. You can save it. And if I was asking you for the journal entry, the transaction journal that was incurred for that expense, you should be able to go to that more and see it right here. Simple as that. If you need to record an invoice, you would go to sales and record an invoice. If you need to do a report, you go to reports and do a report such as your balance sheet, right? Your balance sheet as of a particular date. This is how you get it done. Let's say it was done at the end of the month. Then you would run the report and run it for me. So these are all very simple tasks that you've already done with your exercise, and I just want to make sure that you are good with it. So this are very likely going to take about 3 questions from here. So good luck tomorrow.